It's so weird, like, not having to, like, hold my camera. I, like, don't even know, what? Do I look okay? I mean, I never look okay, but, like, does the angle look okay? I'm starting with that setup. I told you guys it's gonna be happening, so we got the stand. So before I get into this review, I'm just gonna go over how my ratings work. So 10 to 7 is a positive review, with 10 being the gates of heaven, 9 being amazing or awesome, 8 being great, 7 being good, 6 to 4, maybe it's good, maybe it's not, 3 and under negative review, with 3 being bad, 2 being really bad, 1 being the gates of hell, and 0 being nowhere you want to go. So let's get this started. So, The Invitation. It stars Logan Marshall Green. It's on Netflix right now. Just finished the movie like literally 2 minutes ago. It's kind of like been hailed as like one of the better, in the very least, maybe even best horror films on Netflix. And I have never actually seen this movie. I've tried to watch it here and there, but for some reason I just could not dig it. I don't know why. But I finally ended up watching it, and yeah, I have a few things to say about it. So let me just do the hair. I've been asleep. Look at these jammies. I've been asleep. Well, not really asleep. I've been lying down, and I've been in my PJs, so didn't even dress up for this review. But yeah, so The Invitation. So it's about a character played by Logan Marshall Green, with his girlfriend, and they get invited to a dinner party of Logan Marshall Green's character's, I forgot his fucking name, but his character's ex-wife that he has not even, I believe, talked to in like 2 years. So they get invited to a dinner party, and there's other guests, other friends, and some of the guests that are there are definitely some people that you don't want to be at a party with. And there's really no reason for them to be there, especially with circumstances of these certain characters that I'm not going to spoil. But you've probably seen this movie because, again, been hailed as one of the best films on Netflix of horror. But in case you haven't seen it, we're talking about it, and hopefully, I can give you some insight about what this pertains to. Back to the story. So yeah, they show up to this dinner party, and it's got some guests that they're familiar with, some guests that they're not familiar with nor comfortable with, and everybody at this dinner party is just acting extremely strange. Like, every way that you act in a dinner party for friends that you're actually close with, like, they're just constantly smiling, they're just happy and just go lucky about everything. They act like they're just like these really close friends, and again, they haven't seen these people in 2 years. And not only that, but the atmosphere around the house, the surroundings, the environment, it's just not good. Their cell phones don't have any service. There's like bars all over like the windows, and the doors, like, they just keep locking them. And the way that they're acting is it in the very least overly friendly. I don't want to say anything about it, but yeah, just long story short, they show up, these two characters, Logan Marshall Green's character and his wife, Kira, they show up at this dinner party, and second they get there, they just kind of should be going, but they don't. So what I'm going to get into with this review is obviously, say the good and the bad. So Logan Marshall Green's character is fantastic. I do think that his, little outfit, his wardrobe outfit, his little, haircut and thingy, his long Kurt Cobain hair and his beard, it's like, I just don't really think that it suits his character, but whatever. His performance is great, and that's what matters. He's fantastic in this film. He's really, honestly, if not the biggest thing that really kept my interest, because I do like his character. I like his character's nature. I like his message and his character's development. I think that is definitely the strongest aspect of this film. The writing, not per se the story. The story is interesting. It's got interesting events, and again, Logan Marshall Green's performance is fantastic. But I just feel like the rest of the film just kind of didn't really do what it needed to. And the reason why I'm reviewing a film like this isn't just because, there's fucking quarantine, or because I got no new movies to review or whatever. I haven't seen this movie and I'm a big horror film fan, and, this film's at like 88%, dude, certified fucking fresh. Not cult classic, but cult film, and I didn't really see it. It's definitely not a unique film, what I'd call. Again, I think that it has interesting moments. I wouldn't outright say don't watch this film. It's not a bad movie, but it just didn't really do anything new, nor special, nor really attention grabbing to me. It's definitely a good mystery kind of thriller, even though things are kind of obvious if you just watch the movie. But yeah, I've tried to watch this film at least twice before this, and it just, I don't know what it was, man. Like, the cinematography is fine, the performances are fine, and the story isn't bad. It just, maybe for what it is, I don't know, maybe I just didn't find this one that original, nor that scary. Because if a film isn't original, if it's got the scares, if it's got the scares, good for that horror movie. That's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. But this one, like, it's not even necessarily that it didn't have scares, but the tension, while it's there, or like while you can see that it's supposed to be there, it doesn't really hit you. It's more of like Logan Marshall Green's performance. I know I've been saying that, but again, like I said, that's really what did it for me with this film. Like, when he yells at people, or like when he acts a certain way, or like when it goes into like a psychological aspect, you can see where the film is trying to put the audience, is where it's trying to direct the audience. But if it weren't for his astounding performance, I really would just be like, okay, I see what they're trying to do here, but it's just, it's like a dull pin. It's you can feel the poke, but it's not doing what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna give The Invitation a 5.4. Again, I know this is a very random review, and I didn't really, do a whole lot from my review. I'm not gonna go in depth about a movie that I'm, don't love or hate. It's just, it's a movie that I thought, would be interesting to bring up and give my personal opinions on it, when it's, from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, kind of a loved movie. It just didn't sink in well enough. Again, I think that there's a few things in the film that I think were spot on. Not only leave those be, but fucking fantastic job. And then there's other parts where I'm just like, why couldn't you just do as well in that aspect with this? I mean, cinematography is fine, the tension is there, but I feel like they just kind of, I feel like the right ideas were there. They just didn't know how to go about them. Again, performance-wise, really good. The tension, the atmosphere, the environment, I think for the most part anyway, it's where it should be or could be or whatever, But for the film's whole layout, it just didn't do it for me. Guys, thank you for watching this review with me. Obviously this is a very immediate review. I'm just look at these jammies. But yes, layout comes in. I finally got a little stand here, which is it's not much, dude, but it's gonna go a long way. Gotta get a new camera, obviously new background, everything. It's I'm gonna get there, I promise. I mean, you guys gotta understand, I'm only at 60 subs. We go as we grow. You know what I'm saying? I have a few videos coming very soon. I'm doing another top 10 actually for A24 films. It's going to be, another 10 A24 films that, I like, or whatever, what I decide to call it. I'm not sure yet, but 10 more films that of A24s that I have rated positively, because it's A24, so, they're gonna get a lot of those videos. It's probably gonna be volume 4, 5, 12, A24. Obviously, a Pragmatophobia update is coming at the end of this year. maybe soon. I don't want to lay a concrete release date. Don't kill me, but it's coming and it's fucking amazing. And more reviews coming, obviously. So yeah, stay tuned, be patient, and God bless. Best wishes, hugs and kisses.